Hello, podcast world. It is 12/10/2020 at 1:16 p.m. And here I am. I'm here to talk about, I don't know if you remember this on Transformers or not, but the phrase was on Transformers. It was the Wiki model. No sacrifice, no victory. No sacrifice, no victory. I feel like the term no sacrifice, no victory is like saying, if you're not giving, you're not getting. You got to go through something to understand what it's like to make it through once you get through the situation that you're in. And I feel that was a great motto to have, a great family slogan to go by. Because sometimes people don't understand the sacrifices that have been made for the living that they have achieved right now. I feel like these new millennials are just getting handouts. I feel like everything, because this is the thing, every generation from way back then to way up now to whenever, it's just a process. It's part of the way things are. You always be like, oh, I want better for my child. I want my grandchildren to live better. And better. And you want things easier, better. And now look at what they have. Nothing. They have everything that you ever wanted because you've given it to them. Like, there are a lot of, like nowadays, you don't even gotta be rich to be spoiled. Like, you can live in the hood and someone in your family has made it out the hood. And even now, when we were growing up, minimum wage was crap. I remember, I'll give you a perfect example. My sister started working in, I don't remember what year, um, the early 90s, you know what I'm saying? I want to say like 95, maybe? Somewhere around then. And when I just first started working, I want to say the minimum wage was like $4.25 an hour. Nowadays, people starting out making like $10 an hour, and even with inflation, we still have dollar menus, we still have dollar stores, we still have stuff that's still baseline price. So back in the day, even like without any money, because we were so poor, we couldn't afford the cheapest thing. The you know, like it didn't really matter what you had. But nowadays, it seems like everyone has some kind of money. Things are just, I don't know, and society has grown accustomed to having some kind of money. And now that people are, the pandemic is going on, people are losing their jobs and they don't know how to survive for nothing. So when people are out there whining and crying, plus inflation again, because some of the prices for houses or whatever have gone up, and that's one thing. Real estate is always a growing market, so you never know. Your house started out being worth like 40,000, and you can turn around and sell it for 100,000. It's just the way the economy thing, appreciation. So appreciate what you have all overall. And now it seems like if a kid cries for a second, what? Give him whatever he wants, Make him start crying. Back in the day, kid starts crying, give him a whooping. Beat that child. It just, I don't know. Even because nowadays you got a lot of, I don't know, what, tree huggers, I guess. I don't know what you want to call them. Sympathizers or whatever. And they feel like you shouldn't, touch a child. You shouldn't whoop them. You shouldn't beat them. You shouldn't chastise them. You shouldn't, whatever. And kids that grew up in, I'm gonna say like in the 90s, and especially once they, well, if you were born in 2000 and above, oh yeah, it's over. It is a wrap. I don't know what to tell you. Like, some of the kids that are coming out of school nowadays, they grew up with Facebook and social media and all of that. So they don't know any difference. They don't know what the hell a payphone is. If they were to lose their phone and be like, oh, I can't find someone with a phone. Like, we still payphones are rare. You're not gonna really find that because, like I said, couldn't find someone with a phone. Like, how does that not happen? There are people who are homeless on the street with cell phones. So I don't know what to say or whatever. Like, they're smartphones. They're not just regular freaking phone. Like, you can become a millionaire with a freaking smartphone. You can go somewhere, McDonald's, library, whatever, and use your phone to make money. There are so many freaking ways to make money from your phone that it's ridiculous. That's the society that we live in today. Um, Again, I'm doing this podcast. I could do it. I don't know how the quality is because I've never done it, but I could do it directly from my phone using the Anchor app. It's free. Download it. Check it out. You probably heard the advertisement at the beginning. So, with that being said, think about that. Um, it could over time. It could, you become a successful podcaster like Joe Rogan or someone. But either way, I be seeing these movies or whatever, and I grew up in the time frame of Home Alone, and Macaulay Culkin basically he does his thing. Like, he's home alone. He's like, look at him. I'm 19 years old, and I'm taking on these bad guys. I've rigged in my house, and they getting their hand burnt. They getting sliding down icicle steps. They're walking on nails. They're getting their head torched. Feathers in their face. Paint cans smashing their face in the stairs. All of this stuff happening. BB gun shot in the balls, in the face and all that. These are things that the 9-year-old, 10-year-old boy is doing, And then, he gets lost in New York and he goes to his relative's uncle's house or whatever, and he rings it up and he's smashing them even worse. So, I mean, what are the odds of coming across the same criminals more than once in a lifetime, Like, dang, did they not do their job? How do you escape, So, but when there's a will, there's a way, I guess. And I feel like this day and age, kids wouldn't know how to do that. They're going to look it up on YouTube. Oh, no. I also don't understand, back in the day, if there was gun shooting or problems or terrorist fights, whatever. If there was something going on that was danger ready, or danger close or whatever, kids would be like, run, save me. Nowadays, kids are like, oh man, I'm gonna get this on my phone. You see that, man, dude, bro? Let's go record this on my phone. It's a bomb. Let's go check that out. Oh, people are fighting. Oh, people are shooting. Let's go pull out your phones. But then the worst thing about it is the police get there and they're like, "Boo the police!" Which that's neither here nor there in some cases or whatever. In some cases that's a necessity. So I don't understand. Like Kevin Hart said, if it didn't get on camera these days, it didn't happen. It don't exist. So now, that's what the world is. So I have kids out there who have $1,000 phones, still in freaking like middle school and high school, who have phones that are way more expensive than mine. I have like a $300 to $500 limit, and right now it's at $300. But I feel like, as an adult, the chances are you're gonna break your phone. Stuff happens more for us, like for drinking, perhaps. You go into the bar, and next thing you know, you're drinking, and if you don't do something about that, then you're gonna keep drinking, and you're gonna get drunk. And then next thing you know, there's something else I don't like. People carrying their phones in their freaking pockets. Ladies, what is that about? I see a lot of y'all doing it. Other guys do it too. Back pocket cell phone holders, not very smart at all. Very much likely going to sit on that phone. That's what I feel. I'll be watching people and they have their phone in their pocket, and I'm like, oh, them bad boys going to pop out of there, So I don't know. Okay, something else I have an issue with: kids playing with an adult's phone. Now, I don't want to sound pervy or anything, or too X-rated or adult. I kind of felt like this once I made high school back then, and this is before digital camera age. Now everyone has a camera on their phone, so I feel like everyone has an adult picture in their phone. I feel like everyone has videos in their phone. I feel like everyone has, even if it's not your fault, I feel like everyone has some spammed Pornhub adult stuff going on in their phone. And you get hell, I say it like this: if you have Snapchat on your phone, then it's a wrap. Like, and they're gonna spam the crap out of you with their trying to sell their premium content or a secret snap or whatever. Like, oh god, that's why you don't really see a lot of guys letting anyone touch their phone. But women on the other hand, yeah, get them in there. Watch whatever you want on YouTube or crap, like I said, kid comes around me, I have the tablet. They use that. Same situation's gonna happen. I mean, it's. I didn't know that you had to restrict kids from watching stuff on YouTube because of the content. But man, most kids aren't watching. I don't know. Yeah, I've been watching porn since like third grade, so I don't know what to say on that end. But I still agree with them being spoiled. So I don't know if that's your thing, spoiling your kids, go for it. They'll never notice that they're spoiled. They'll think that they didn't get everything that they wanted when they were a kid. It's gonna be the same cycle because my parents was probably giving me way more than they ever had, and there were a lot of times where I was ungrateful, which I don't feel that way, of course. Don't feel like I was spoiled at all because I feel like I grew up in like some of the poorest situations I've ever you could ever think of. I still feel like looking back, it would freak some people out. Put it like this: you know how people always be like they got their poor stories. I don't feel like anyone can outpour me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that between me and my family, brothers, sisters, whatever, um, unless you can be like, you pooped in our house or something, you know what I'm saying? Which we did. I don't really. It's something I don't even think about. It's not a thought that you think about until you really, listen around and just kind of think about the past and be like, oh, this and that. Like, more or less, all of my friends, we all pretty much grew up on the poor side. So that was it. And I'm glad that our parents ultimately, back then, they still had the standard of if you get a good job, you can get out of the situation you're in. A good job, good paying job, give you the money that you need. Nowadays, that's not what they want to. That's not gonna work. I don't care what you say. Nowadays, you need a two parent household making at least six figures between the two of them, and this is what you need. And it would help if they had some sort of business, online presence, or whatever, and they had some sort of secondary income that's whatever. That would help subsidize some of the crap that you got going on that your job can't pay for. And that is the only way at the end of the day. It doesn't matter what you're doing, it doesn't matter what, because I know that I personally feel like if you don't have a computer at home, which surprisingly you come across, I'm not talking about a tablet, or I'm talking about a real Windows or Mac computer, like there are certain things that you just can't do and be successful in life without. And I come across those especially females. I come across females that don't know how to use a computer and don't know what Control X and Control V do as a function on a computer, and that really sucks. And I just be thinking to myself like, oh my god, where did you go to school at? That is horrible. Like ignorance is bliss though. So whatever it is that you don't want to know, you happy with not knowing it or whatever, you happy with your situation, cool. You know, but at the end of the day, like I say, no sacrifice, no victory. So it's kind of like this. You can be happy. Ignorance is bliss is kind of like Pleasantville. Like you could be happy in your situation, everything all is working or whatever, but you live in a world of black and white, and that's not the case. Nowadays, everything is in full HD color, and if you don't see it, if you don't have the vision for it, then you are just not going to make it. I'm sorry. You have got to see things head on for what they are, and you got to understand that people are having sex. People are touching themselves. People are, that's the thing that would happen on Pleasantville. I freaking love that movie, when it first popped off or whatever, the girl in the movie, the dude was still trying to keep things black and white. The girl was like, well, why don't we? And they wanted to go to the library, and there were no words in the books. And the girl, she just could remember some of the stuff in the books. And she was just like telling him, like, yeah, I remember this book, and it only filled up to the point of what she could remember. Eventually, it got to the point where kids were going to the library. And that kind of became a thing, like, like Lover's Lane, going to the library. So, then when she started falling in love with the guy, I can't even remember the character's name, I don't want to say Chet, but I don't remember. When she started falling in love with the guy or whatever, and they messed around, full color, and then you start seeing people popping up with color or whatever, and then like the more old-fashioned people, like the father and everything, like the wife, she wanted to, she wanted to nail her husband. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong with that? If anything, hey, I would think that you would be happy that your wife was trying to give you some. I don't know. I'm not married, so I don't understand. But I do have those on both sides who are complaining. Like, I have wives that complain about not having enough sex or something, and I have husbands that complain about not having enough sex or something. So sex is, hey, it's a deal maker, deal breaker. I know for a fact I couldn't be in a sexless marriage. Like, I'm marrying you to not have to worry about chasing after the females out here. Like, I chose you. I chose you, so you know what I'm saying. You need to be every little bit of freak that I need in my life. I need you to be my everything, because at the end of the day, I chose you, and you chose me for whatever reason you chose me. But at the end of the day, for me, I don't know about some of these other guys out here, but that's one of the main reasons I'm choosing. You can cook and you can fuck. Like, come on. Like, you can screw me 6 ways from Sunday. What they say? Oh, yeah, I ain't going nowhere. Go, baby. Yeah, go, baby. Shoot. Yeah, so just check me out. Feel me. No sacrifice, no victory. Like, comment, subscribe. I enjoy this time with y'all every time that I get in front of a mic and I give y'all a piece of my mind. So let's talk. It's me, your boy Terrence, signing off. Peace. Hello, YouTube world. Welcome to my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I drop hot content like this, and stay tuned for the next video.